Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to do a vlog today because I have a couple of projects I want to get done. I needed to sew up the top of this skirt to make it more modest. I also wanted to show you guys a quick and simple recipe that I make every fall. And I also wanted to harvest some hibiscus today. So I thought I'd just get the camera out and just do a little bit of chatting with you guys. And yeah, so let's just jump into the video. It's taken me a long time to thread this machine. Do you guys hate that? Like, I struggle so much with threading my machine. It's pretty ridiculous. It took forever. Sewing is one of my all-time favorite hobbies. I really enjoy making skirts, but I really want to get into making like shirts. I have this shirt that has this really beautiful pattern on it, and it fits so well, and I just love the cut of it, but I can't seem to figure out how to copy it without taking it apart. And so I don't know. I just wish that I was much better sewer. I don't know. But I guess maybe not really. I don't really want to take the time to learn all of the techniques and things like that when I can find really inexpensive shirts at like the Goodwill or the local thrift store. I don't know. It's just a dream of mine to do different types of sewing. Like I see people that make like their own underwear and bras and petticoats. And I'm so fascinated that they can do that. Now, I'll admit, I don't believe sewing your own clothes is cheaper, so I wouldn't recommend it for that. I think it's more for the skill, to show off your skill and your talent. But yeah, moving on to the kitchen. Okay, you may not know this about me, but I absolutely love having really nice knives to use in the kitchen. Chopping food is my favorite thing to do. And so I want to show you these Sayokami meat cleaver and butcher knives that I have. This video is not sponsored. I'm not receiving a commission for this. I just wanted to show you these knives. They're under $40. They have full tang. They have the Damascus pattern, which makes them look so beautiful. And they're heavy. And they have the wooden handle, which is my absolute favorite. I love working with very beautiful, very sharp knives. And so I wanted to show these to you. And you've probably seen me use this one right here in videos before. It is a knife that I found at an Asian market. And I just absolutely love the cleaver style the most. I don't know, it just makes me feel really, really legit when I'm cooking. Anyway, so I'm going to be making this dish today called sweet Italian hash. I don't know if I got this from a recipe a few years back, but or if I made it up, I don't know. But it involves sweet potatoes, sweet Italian sausage, sweet peppers, and sweet onions. It's such a simple dish that look how pretty that looks. Look at it. It just looks so beautiful when you're using it. I'm so excited about it. I'll leave a link for this down below in the comment section if you guys are interested in getting a new knife for yourself. And so I'm going to be making this dish that I make every fall, and it's full of lots of vegetables and some sausage, and it's really simple to make. And so now I'm using the cleaver. Now I'm using the butcher knife right here, and it's really sharp for like working with, cutting up a chicken or anything like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna be using ghee as my fat to saute my vegetables in. And I like to make this because it makes a lot of food at one time, and it's just a really simple dish to make. And do you guys cry when you cut up onions? I'm the kind of person where when I cut up my onion, I chop it so fast, like so I can get it out the way, and I clean up the counter and I throw everything away, or my eyes will start to burn. I usually leave them in the refrigerator so that they'll get really, really cold before I use them. But this day I didn't do that. I don't know why. Anyway, so now, which is interesting, this is like the only dish I really use bell peppers in. Do you guys use bell peppers a lot? I don't know what it is about bell peppers, but that's like a thing I never look for. I don't even grow them. People like my aunt, she gives them to me when she has too many, but I never grow them. I never buy them except for this dish, which is so weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna be putting the peppers in there, and it's such a beautiful dish while it's cooking. It's so vibrant, and yeah, so I'm just gonna get all of this sauteed up. Okay, and now I'm going to just get it cooking a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add the sausage in right now. So normally I would use sweet Italian sausage, like I said, but I don't think I could find it this time, or maybe the store I went to didn't have it. So I just got regular sausage, and I'm adding a ton of oregano. I usually add basil if I have it, in which I did, and I've used all of my basil for the season already. But I had a lot of oregano, and so I'm going to also add a little bit of salt for the vegetables, And normally I would put mushrooms in here, but I actually forgot about that, but you'll see that later in the video. Anyway, I put some salt to salt the vegetables. And right there is some dried Carolina Reaper peppers. Now you have to make this a little bit spicy to help balance out the mellowness of all of the sweet, the sweet potatoes and the sweet onion. You just need a little bit of spice. And this Carolina Reaper goes so far. But I just think this is such a hearty dish to make in fall. It's really flavorful, and it's actually pretty light. So anyway, so this is going to make quite a bit. And so this is how I serve it. I had already put the sweet potatoes in the crock pot for a few hours on high with a little bit of water in the bottom to just steam them. And then I put some in a bowl, and then I just layer on the mixture after it's done. And it just goes together, guys. Like, I don't know. It's something about it that just is so comforting. Anyway, so I'm going to fix a bowl for my husband. There he is. He's ready to eat. So this is what we're going to be eating for the next couple of days. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now it's another day, and oh, I got my knives again. I just love these so much. I haven't cut myself now. It's like this tradition that we kind of joke about here that every time I get a new knife, I always have a band-aid on like the next day because I cut myself. But I didn't do that this time. But these knives are great. I just love them so much. Anyway, so I'm going to cut up some mushrooms. And what I like to do is to prep all of my vegetables when I get them and just put them in little containers and leave them in the refrigerator when I need them. But for this, I want to make this dish. It's not really a dish. It's more like a snack. Well, okay, so, and I'm making this up as I go. So you're gonna put like some ghee in your pan and your mushrooms and some pepperoni that I'm slicing as well. Does anyone else slice their pepperoni by hand? Like, I really enjoy doing that. I know it's easier just to buy it already sliced, but I love to, and well, it's an opportunity to use my knives. So that's what I did. Anyway, so you put the mushrooms, you put the pepperoni, and then you put slices of mozzarella. And that's what I'm chopping up right now is mozzarella. You put that on top. You put a lid on it and you let it just kind of fry and get all melty and everything. And then you flip it onto a plate. So the cheese is on the bottom and then it kind of cools off and then you can kind of like tear it and eat it. It's so weird, but it's such a fun snack that we eat during like a movie or something. So, and look how that knife is handling that cheese, guys. It's pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to head out to the backyard to check on our Roselle hibiscus patch. I don't know why we grow so much of this, but this year we did way too many. I have my really large basket today. I don't expect to harvest that much. Brandon and I normally work on this together, but I decided to come outside and just do a lot of thinking and being outside alone. And it's very cool outside and it's really nice. I don't expect to get an entire basket full. We've just done a harvest a few days ago, but this is our third harvest. Well, I guess it was about 4 or 5 days ago. But this whole little area right here are the plants. Now, we used to grow a kind that got extremely tall, like 8 feet, 9 feet tall. It was ridiculous, but it never produced enough flowers until right before our first frost, which was like, I guess, early November when we got our first really cold snap. But these stay shorter and they produce a ton of flowers and a ton of calyxes. And so we just enjoy drinking hibiscus tea throughout the wintertime. I like to make like a big pitcher of it, kind of concentrate it, and then I just add water, pour it into like a cup and add water to it. And we sweeten it with honey. Um, Oh, okay. So what I do is I take like a big handful after I dry it. I always dry this, and then I take like a big handful and put it into a pot of water and let it boil for about 10 minutes or so, and it gets really thick and concentrated. And then I sweeten it with honey, and then I just leave it in the refrigerator. So it makes this really strong concentrate. And I really enjoy the flavor of it. Now I know some people have been making like hibiscus jelly with it, or I think I saw somebody making hibiscus wine. I don't know. We just make it into a regular herbal tea and we just kind of drink on that. And it's so nice outside right now, guys. I think might have been like 75 degrees, which was a little bit chilly. And so I have my sweater on, but I really enjoy just being out in the yard. These plants are so messy. They're like all over the place. They're like touching the ground and it's pretty crazy. So yeah, just working on harvesting these and doing some thinking and I don't know, nothing much. So So right here, you harvest the whole flower. When it falls off, you harvest it. And so I picked up a pretty good amount so far, but guess what? I did not expect this at all. Watch this. That entire basket was filled. Ain't that crazy? That is so crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna have plenty of tea for the entire winter, and I'm very excited about it. Well, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.